feel, I don't know, an air of excitement that's a little different than in years past.
There's a number of talented teams all wanting that ring. I've said this before, Kenny has said it many times, it could be one of the best seasons we've seen in a while, including what Golden State did last year in winning the ring.
That was in.
Welcome, everyone, to a brand new season of NBA basketball. I'm sure you're as excited as all of us are here at 2K Sports as we get ready to start the season in style. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We've got an Eastern Conference battle ready to get rolling, and the Chicago crowd wants some love from their Bulls. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Memphis, and not only a 1-1 split series between these two teams last year, guys, but both wins were on the road, so home court advantage wasn't that big an advantage.
And we saw how competitive and entertaining the season series was between these two terrific teams last year.
Exactly. They split the series, Greg. Two elite teams and conference foes renewing that rivalry tonight.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So on the floor for Memphis. Randolph is the 4 with Gasol in the middle, Conley and Allen in the backcourt, and it's Barnes in at the small forward position. Rose kicks to Gasol. Offensive rebound. Back to Rose. Pass to McDermott. Kicks it to Gasol. Knocked away. Outside Conley. Fires for 3. The shot is off. Some solid defense from Rose. So many people overlooked Pau Gasol prior to last season, seemed to think that Clark, he was past his prime.
Well, he was a starter in the All-Star game and a huge reason the Bulls played as well as they did. It was a big season for him. A lot of GMs shaking their head for not going harder after him.
The Bulls have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Gasol with another miss.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
Yeah, perfect release that time. I mean, I thought it might get blocked, but no.
Yeah, he was giving up a lot of size in that particular matchup, but showed the excellent ability to get off that shot despite the disadvantage in size.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler.
Episode 2.
And the Grizzlies with possession. It's been 8 unanswered points for them. Rose against Conley. McDermott kicks to Butler. And there's the call on Matt Barnes. That's his first foul. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Rose passes to Gasol.
And so far, having trouble converting on the inside.
Yeah, those are the shots you want, but they've been trickling out on them, guys. They just got to stay with it. Persist in getting those good shots inside, and they'll drop.
Nice job coming off that screen. And that's now 9 points for Mike Conley.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
And the points are starting to add up in a hurry, especially when you're giving up those looks from deep.
And Butler gets it to go.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Here's Barnes. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. For a franchise that had so much success under his tenure, there was sure a lot of friction with Tom Thibodeau and the Bulls front office. Surprised a lot of people, I know, including yourself.
Yeah, you know, it's not something that you see often. A winning coach at odds with his GM and president. With how often their differences came up, though, you knew something was afoot.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
And with Tibbs, he did end up getting fired from the Bulls this past season. Some saw it coming, but still, I think surprising given the level of success he had. His imprint is all over this Bulls team in the way they approach the game.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Joakim Noah is checked in for Gasol. Portis comes in for Taj Gibson. And it's Etuan Moore checking in for Jimmy Butler.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
And he gets it to go. Rose has got his first 2 points.
And when you look at how Tibbs got fired, I mean, there are a lot of reasons why a coach can be let go. I mean, he didn't have any performance issues, but apparently clashed in some form or fashion with the front office. Sometimes that's all it takes to be asked to go somewhere else.
Green with the block. And Chalmers with a clear path to the hoop. And the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
And it's right, sending it back. That's good. 1:02 left in the first quarter. Now, here's Chalmers. Wright with a screen on Rose. Chalmers dishes to Wright. From deep, Stevenson. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. Bulls trail by 5. Passes it to McDermott. Back to Moore. And Lance Stevenson picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Bulls making a switch here. Mirotic is checked in. And stolen by Wright. And now the fast break. Stevenson with the ball. Drills the three-pointer. Stevenson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
3 of their last 5 makes come from beyond the arc. The defense has to react quicker.
Now here's Rose. And it's Wright sending it back.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Nobody near Stevenson. Again, Memphis.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate.
And before the game starts, talking about the intensity of this Chicago Bulls team. You know, I think Joakim can turn that famished 5, especially with Rose back on the court.
There's no doubting that, Kevin. I mean, even the addition of Gasol with his 2 rings, the way he left things in L.A., that left him with an appetite that has him still hustling.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
They've definitely had a hot hand from 3-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
So on the 4 for Memphis. And off is the 4 with Gasol in the middle. And Stevenson is out there with Chalmers. And it's Barnes in at the 3 spot. Now we know that Marc Gasol was one of the most sought-after free agents this past summer. Clark all along most figured he'd be back in Memphis.
Yep, a winning team, max dollars. And don't forget now, he went to high school in Memphis while his brother Powell played there. He's where he belongs.
Stevenson can't hit.
Well, that's an excellent challenge right there. Good job contesting that shot by the defender.
Here's the pass to Portis. Back to Moore. He dishes it to Gasol. Shot clock at 6. Oh, yes, the turnaround.
How much do you love to see the turnaround?
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. Taj Gibson's checked in for Portis. The Grizzlies also changing it up. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Randolph. Carter comes in for Matt Barnes. And Mike Conley subbed in for Lance Stevenson. Green with a screen for Chalmers. And the wide open shot from Green. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Pass to Mirotic. Gasol setting the pick for Mirotic. Drains the three-pointer. Mirotic has got 5.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
And Chalmers kicks to Gasol. Jacks up a 3. Can't hit. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Mirotic passes to Gibson. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Still trailing, but their offense is off life support here in the second quarter. It's got a pulse.
Good point, Clark. They're starting to make some shots, looking to try and get back in this one.
And it's Carter missing. Bulls trail by 5. Clark, this offense has really been clicking.
No doubt about it, given the defense.
They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with. And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with the soft touch to match.
Conley with it. 9 points in the game so far. Back to Chalmers. Lets the 3 fly. Chicago grabs the miss. Gasol's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Gasol is screen on Green. Mirotic dishes to Moore. Butler attacking. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. And it's now only a 1-point Grizzly lead. Last season, Memphis fell late and would end up with the 5th seed in the NBA playoffs. Only one of 2 teams to make the playoffs each of the last 5 seasons, along with the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah, and they were a team that nobody wanted to play. Memphis drew Portland in that first round, and even though they were the 5th seed, they had home court advantage.
You know, guys, Memphis waltzed through the first round against Portland. The second round, a lot tougher against Golden State. They went up 2-1 in that series, but couldn't hold on to that lead.
And, guys, Memphis would lose 2 of their 3 games at home against Golden State. So things got tough with the Conley injury and missing Tony Allen as well. But they did put up a good fight, ultimately, though, falling in 6 games to the Warriors.
And another miss by Memphis. Mirotic has a wide open look, and it comes off the front of the rim. Memphis trailing here. McDermott with a steal. He feeds it to Rose. Great D that time from Green.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Conley kicks to right. Stolen by Rose. Here's Butler. The big dunk at the end of the break.
Guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snow, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Portis is checked in for the Bulls. Zach Randolph is checked in for Memphis. There's the dish to right, stolen by Noah. 1:11 left in the first half of the game. Rose, that's good. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Bulls?
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnovers.
Now he's starting to pick up from what he accomplished in the first quarter, where he made 3 of his 3-point attempts.
Stolen by Michael Conley. And now here comes Conley leading the break.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. The Bulls have gone 8 of 12 since the start of the second quarter. That's a really high percentage, hitting around 67%. Noah's shot is off.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Right with a screen on Rose. For the 3. Conley's shot is off. Outside Butler to end the run. And it's blocked by Conley. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession.
Bulls harder to say possessions. You gotta watch the last video. Mom's still within there.
Butler. And that's not going to go. And
hey, Kevin.
Man, don't touch him.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And an exciting time of the year as the first game of the regular season is halfway through. Nobody had an answer for Mike Conley in the first. He had 12 points, 2 steals, and 1 block. Kenny, what'd you think about the Grizzlies?
Well, the reserves really came through when they needed a spark. This is a close game. Any points you can get from your bench are huge. I thought the bench guys came in and inserted themselves like they wanted a starting spot. And that's what you want. Subs who are ready to produce the moment they step on the floor.
And Shaq, what'd you think about Chicago?
Well, their defense was really inconsistent. They get a stop, then turn around and give up an easy bucket. That's why they allowed over 50% shooting. Their defense needs to be a lot more focused in the second half.
That's going to do it for now as the second half is just about ready to get...
welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far.
Look at the night for Mike Conley. 12 points and 1 rebound. He's really opened up things for his passing by having so much success from the three-point line.
A double threat, really, in a big way today.
Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. And it's McDermott in at the 3. And that's the group for Fred Hoiberg as we begin the second half. Chicago was as strong as they would have hoped for last season at home in the United Center. A lot of big wins for them here.
Yeah, and despite all the injuries, they go 27-14 at home, and that helped to assure them of home court in the first round of the playoffs.
Chicago trailing here. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Rose with the ball.
No doubt that is within his range.
1-footer. Come on now.
Last game over here.
Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Conley kicks to Allen. Inside. Gibson with the steal. Now here's McDermott. Over by Conley. Feeds it to Gibson. Gasol against Allen. That's good. And that's now 6 points for Pau Gasol.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D.
And you know, guys, Taj Gibson now has 6 full seasons in the NBA. Already 30 years old. Seems like just yesterday he was being drafted.
Some changes for Memphis. Jermichael Green comes in for Zach Randolph. And it's Adams in for Allen. Conley kicks to Adams. Now the feed to Gasol. Fires the 3. That's good. Adams has got his first 3 points of the game.
I was about to die.
Getting back to Gibson, he was one of the oldest college freshmen in the country at age 21. Played 3 years at USC. Then he was one of the oldest players in the 2009 draft, even though he declared as a junior.
Yeah, I think the NBA is the only profession where it hurts you to have a lot of experience coming out, because that's one reason why he did drop. I mean, had he been a couple years younger, with his length and athleticism, he very well could have been a top 10 pick. But I tell you what, the Bulls are happy that he wasn't.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Chicago's coach was going over with his team. He told Gasol that he wants their offense to run through him. Coach is looking for him to take on a lot of responsibility when they've got the ball, to be a leader at the offensive end. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he's on the money, that's no doubt. And the shot is good. The Grizzly lead has been cut down to just 1 on the basket from Jimmy Butler. For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Butler against Adams. Outside Conley. Gasol, a screen on Rose. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Gasol with the rebound. Bulls have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Rose against Conley. Rose kicks to Gasol. The jump hook. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. They've led by as much as 10. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. And the wide open shot from Rose. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Rose has got 4 points this quarter. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, it's been a really good game for sure. I mean, it looks like it's going to stay tight throughout.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
Dishes it to Barnes. Gasol's in the post. Working on Gasol. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And Marc Gasol, surprisingly nimble for a 7-footer. He really moves his feet well at both ends of the floor.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Joakim Noah's checked in for Gasol. Portis comes in for Taj Gibson. And Mirotic subbed in for Doug McDermott. Memphis also making some changes. White, he's checked in for Jermichael Green. Lance Stevenson comes in for Jordan Adams. And it's Chalmers in for Mike Conley. Gasol kicks to Stevenson. Not enough on that one as it misses. And when you look at Marc Gasol now versus when he came into the league, remarkable how that body of his, Clark, has transformed.
Kevin, he changed his diet and he dropped a bunch of weight. Believe it or not, he even grows vegetables at his house. He's really gone all in on the transformation of his body.
Clark, good information.
Yes, sir. That's what we do. That's what we do here. Info and entertainment.
And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Grizzlies.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Noah with a screen on Stevenson. Misses off the left iron.
Well, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
And Chalmers kicks to Stevenson. Back to Chalmers. From past the arc. No good. So the Bulls will take it the other way. And here's Rose. He's got 8. They set the pick. Here's Butler. It's rebounded by Stevenson. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
And that one's good. Barnes.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Pass to Gasol. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game. And the first one at the line is good. So both teams changing it up here. Good on both. There's 18 seconds left in the third quarter. Stevenson against Mirotic. He kicks it to Moore. To end the drought. No good on the buzzer beater. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. And here are the Bulls now on the court for Memphis to start the fourth. Randolph is the 4 with Gasol in the middle. Chalmers is out there with Tony Allen. And it's Stevenson in at the small forward. And Moore kicks to Gasol. Randolph grabs the board.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Chalmers passes to Stevenson. Back to Chalmers. Randolph sets a screen for Allen. To the paint. Wants to get it to Stevenson and does. 6 on the shot clock. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Yeah, good job to take it right at him.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
Barnes, he's checked in for Memphis. Conley now comes in for Mario Chalmers. And Allen drops them both.
They're really doing a good job working hard to get inside and draw contact, a little more so than they did in the first half.
And defensively, if you're trying to battle back, you can't keep sending them to the line.
And stolen by Barnes. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Gasol setting the pick for Conley. Hits the foul. And the Grizzlies.
Sorry, I'm messing with this. Don't look at it.
Lead by 11.
This guy is simply having a great game from outside.
Moore against Conley. It's Gasol with the drive. And he gets it to go.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
Conley for 3. The rebound by Gibson.
Tell you what, the defense has nothing to worry about out there with him shooting. I mean, he can't dial it in from deep this half at all.
They recover it. Outside Conley. The 3 ball. And he gets it to go. Conley's got 6 in the quarter.
There's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes in this defense.
No doubt the defense had better play a little tighter.
One bit of news for the Grizzlies last year is that they acquired a single affiliation deal with a Clark D-League team, which you think is going to help them.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, that team is the Iowa Energy. They're a sole partner now with the Iowa Energy. Good move by the team in what is becoming a growing trend in the NBA.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. He is not happy with the sloppy play offensively, saying, listen, let's make the simple play. Take care of the basketball. We can't afford to waste any possessions. Guys, can they clean it up?
6 to shoot. Barnes dishes to Allen. Randolph kicks to Conley from 8. Rebound by Rose.
And for Memphis and the D-League, they made the most of it. Sent 3 players for a total of 14 assignments with the energy, and that's how you make the most of an affiliate.
You know, considering the Grizzlies and their D-League partnership, it really makes sense for the franchise. Memphis has always been a place where they grow their own talent. A lot of good players have come out of Memphis. Not a lot of big names signed in free agency by the Grizzlies.
Rose against Conley. Gasol setting the pick for Conley. Lets it go with a 3. Good. Conley's got 23 points.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc. And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
Oh my goodness. You guys are retarded.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. McDermott, no one around him. Up again and finished off by Gasol.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Randolph passes to Conley. And Gibson sends it back. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Gibson. Here's Randolph. Here is Conley. Just 5 on the clock. Here's the 3. And it's Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Rose against Conley. Outside Rose. Teardrop shot. Can't get it to go. Some solid defense from Randolph. Conley again throws. From deep. That one goes. Count it. 26 points for Mike Conley.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Yeah, Greg, you know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
I mean, he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
That's good. Conley's got 16 points here in the second half.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Rose attacking. Stolen by Randolph. One-on-one fast break. Now Barnes. No good on the three.
Well, you know, that's one thing they've been doing extremely well. Corralling those Karens.
Yeah, that's about the only thing. There's not a whole lot else going right for him thus far.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Conley with the three. Chicago grabs the miss. Rose has got 3 rebounds now in this one.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Grizzlies.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they sink one, Kevin, and then they do it again. It worked.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
The stats tell us, Greg, that the winner of the first game is a big favorite to come out on top in the overall series.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Mike Conley. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Butler attacking. Here's Gasol. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Gasol's got it back down to single digits for Chicago.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time. And the fans already heading for the exits, clearly not pleased with the way things turned out today.
Well, Greg, this was a well-deserved win. I mean, they came into this building and acted like it was their home turf. I mean, they were the ones calling the shots and controlling everything.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. That's good. 30 points for Conley.
Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
Nice ending spurt to polish it off. Once they had them on the ropes, they started throwing haymakers at them.
The whole knockout blow.
Here's Brooks. Jumper off the screen. Here's Portis, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Moore left side. Shoots the 3. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Now here's Chalmers. Wright sets a screen. Fires the 3. Missed. So it's Memphis picking up the...
Well, Mark, congratulations on this win. What was the key to getting the rhythm going for the team's offense?
Sharing the ball, you know, just making the play, and just, you know, making each other better. That's always something really good, and it gets contagious both sides.
Mark, thank you for the time, guys. This is a heck of a big...
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Mike Conley. He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him, and down the stretch, really having a huge impact on the outcome of this game.
Conley's got so many things he brings to the team. He controls the flow of the offense like a conductor. Everything starts with him. He's a threat all over the place in transition, on the pick and roll, and especially from three-point range.
He flat out dominated. I mean, you see the kind of plays he was making all over the court. This is a game, no matter who they put on him, he wasn't going to be denied. His offensive power was in full effect.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just...
that. Yeah, so next time, I might not do a video right away, but I'll do a video for you. Don't worry. See you guys later. Peace.